Welcome, Subnautica fans, to another Wolfie's Where Is. Today we're going to locate the modification station. Now, the modification station has pieces scattered across a large number of wrecks. However, I'm going to take you to a wreck that tends to have the largest concentration, at least it has for me, game after game, and has the largest would have the largest chance of having all the pieces that you need. So again, we're going to go to our coral tube, and for this wreck, for this particular one, modification station stream, I'm going to assume you have the sea moth because of the distance of some of these wrecks. Today we're going to be on the right side of the tube as you face Aurora, and we're going to be heading over to the wreck number 3 over here. And I find probably the easiest pieces to line up for this one is the inner small mushroom and this large blue fan over here, or purple, or whatever the heck it's kind of both, isn't it, really? So we're kind of lining up this small mushroom and that fan, and we're going to travel in a straight line. Out about 1,100 meters. So it's going to be a wee bit of a trip. A little peeper. So this one usually has, at minimum, 4 pieces for the modification station. I think you only need 3 to be scan. So again, we're traveling in a straight line. I'm not turning left, right, or etc. I'm going in a straight line here. And I would recommend for these wrecks on this one, at least the high capacity O2 tank, preferably the ultra high capacity, and the rebreather would also be beneficial, as it cuts down on the oxygen use in deep water. We're not going super deep here. However, some of the wrecks are rather contorted to get into rooms and stuff, so you kind of eat up a lot of oxygen traveling in and out. And that's one of the reasons I'm going to assume you have the sea moth, because I mean, like, so you can see we're at 171 meters, and odds are you'll be popping in and out of the wreck and grabbing O2 from the sub instead of going to the surface. Otherwise, you're just going to be eating up a lot of O2 traveling down 195 meters just to get a few seconds in the wreck and then pop back out. So here's the wreck we're looking for. Again, this is wreck number 3. Do a circle here so you can kind of get an idea what the wreck looks like when you get on site. Pop out here on the end. Probably noticed, but there's
100 meters. Oxygen
one right here on the outside.
Passing 200
that is quite frequently there. It's probably maybe a fixed item, I don't know, but it is. I don't think I've ever been out here where that particular piece has not been there. Side. And a light if you want it. There's usually never anything in this outer chamber. inner chamber. Power, if you want. Oh, sometimes that red kind of looks like the pieces of it. Let's pop this door here. There's another one here. Sometimes there's one down here. Okay. Take you through the welder door, or the cutter door next. After we head into another entrance. Okay, so we're going to head back out the way we came. Okay. Around the side here. Sometimes there's one living down here on the seafloor. Looks like we got one. Looks like we got a scanner, a couple of scanner stations today, and one of the light sticks that I use a lot. All right. I wish you could use the propulsion cannon to rip some of that stuff out, but unfortunately you can't. Okay, so we'll head into the welder zone. I thought there was going to be quite a few more pieces here. Gotta be missing some. I so gotta be missing these guys. So we got one there. One on the outside, that's two. Most of the time I get at least 4 in this wreck. It's kind of odd. I'm not... I'm obviously missing them. Alright, well, let's check the bottom section here before we go through the welder door. Oh, I don't know if you saw those handles. They don't go anywhere. I skipped them right away. There's another one. So that's 3, and that should have gotten it for you. Oh, there's a grow bit. Oh, there you go. There's number 4. So that would have been four pieces, and I'm pretty sure you only need 3. The data box is for something else. It's not why we're here today. Okay, so we got 4 plus 1 on the outside. I think that's a good hit on that. So that should have gotten you the modification station. If you have a welder, which you may or may not by the time you get out to this wreck, or by the time you start needing the modification station, we'll go ahead and go through that welder door. I swear I usually get another one in here. Oh well. Let's head back out the tube. And you see now why I recommend having a much larger O2 tank, preferably an Ultra, but at minimum the larger one. All right. So we'll go through the welder door, the cutter door. Sorry, I keep calling it the welder door because that thing looks like a welder to me. Just give it another once over. All right. I guess that's it. So that's 4 plus 1 outside. And if you have a welder with you, there's usually a couple more in here, and there happens to be 2 in here. There's usually 2 to 3 in this compartment here. Most of the time I get the small broken arm, like this, that little piece in here is the ones that spawn in this room more often than not. It's kind of unusual to get two of the large body pieces. So that's, what, 6 in this one wreck? Oh, unless you're extremely, extremely unlucky and don't get any of those. I mean, I've had games where, you know, it's been like that. Right, well. Truck back. Wish you could teleport when you're inside the... No, I don't think I can, but I'll try it anyway. Yeah, see if it's back. I didn't think you could teleport when you're inside the sea moth. So I'll truck back and get the bearing on the second wreck, which ironically is like right in this section, right in here. I think it was in this one. I think that was wreck 9. Yeah, no, it's not the other one. Other. Couldn't remember which mushroom zone it was in because there's 2 mushroom zones. You know what? Let's. Now that I think about it, let's go to Kush 2 instead of 9, because it tends to have. Where's my Kush 2? Kush 2. There you are. Really? Fail. Let's head over to back to the wreck again. Head over to the second wreck here. This one tends to have 2, sometimes 3, and the wreck 9 I was going to take you to. Most of the time only has 1, sometimes 2. So the second one, and you're going to be nearby here anyway, so we might as well go head over there. Spawn back in. Right. She's back in now. Alright. And the best way I've found to head to that other wreck is you kind of line up this corner here, opposite from where the sparks are. This corner here with the front diagonal corner here, so you're kind of diagonal across the wreck, so you're lining up the opposite end from the guys that's down there. So we're kind of basically lining up that corner, that rip, and that corner, just like that, diagonally across this wreck. Head over this one. See, this one typically has 2, sometimes 3, but most of the time 2.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Big bub. And no, you don't need the Mark II to get in this one. You can park right above it with the sub, you know, like 198 if you've only got one. Only got the base one. But I got no damage on this, so you can see there's an entrance here. There's an entrance here. Those basically go the same place. And there's another openable door here, as well as a tunnel here. So just to make this thing stop making that bizarre noise, we'll park it right here.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen
Truck down.
efficiency decreased. Passing 200
Bottom doors
meters.
first.
Oxygen efficiency greatly
Oh,
decreased.
yeah, and yes, there is a welder door here. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, there's one. So we got one in here. Two. Excellent. So this would have gotten you 2 pieces. Back outside. And this is the door I pointed to, so then we can go down the tunnel here. See what lies in here. So there's... Usually I only get 2 out of this one. And sometimes there's one in the welder. There was nothing in here. So let's head back to that welder door. I'll take you in there. Let's see what we got here. There's one of the duffel bags. Ah, there's one here. So that would have got you the whole modification station there. So that's 3 pieces out of this wreck. There's not a whole lot of reason to go to the last wreck at this point. I mean, you've got, what, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12 pieces here, and you only need 3. Oh, it'd be pretty unusual for you not to have gotten it between these 2 wrecks, so I'm not going to bother with wreck 9, since it rarely spawns 2, most of the time only 1 piece, like most of the other wrecks. But anyway, the modification stations, I mean, is present in a lot of different wrecks. So if you just visit a lot of wrecks, odds are you'll get a piece here and a piece here and a piece here, and you'll end up with, wow, holy scatter of power transmitters. 3 of them there. So odds are you'll get the modification station just by visiting numerous wrecks. But at least this gives you some that have a high concentration of parts for you. So, alright, that's it. Thank you for watching.